What is the weekend deposit wave and why seniors are talking about it? In recent days, many seniors across the United States have been hearing a new phrase circulating online and in community discussions, the so-called weekend deposit wave. For retirees, Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI beneficiaries, veterans, and low-income seniors living on fixed incomes, this topic has sparked both hope and confusion. Some people are reporting deposits arriving earlier than expected. Others say they've seen two payments land very close together, sometimes within days of each other. Naturally, this has led to one big question being asked everywhere. Is this real? Are seniors actually receiving double payments? In this video series, we are going to slow everything down and explain what is truly happening, without rumors, without clickbait, and without false promises. The goal here is clarity. Because when you depend on every dollar to cover groceries, medication, rent, and utilities, timing matters just as much as the amount. What's important to understand from the very beginning is this: not everyone is receiving extra money, and there is no universal program paying double checks to all seniors. However, there are legitimate reasons why some people are seeing deposits arrive closer together than usual. These situations are typically connected to payment scheduling adjustments, weekends, federal holidays, banking processing rules, and the way different benefit programs operate on separate calendars. When those systems overlap, payments can appear earlier or closer together, creating the impression of an extra deposit. Throughout this series, we will carefully break down who may see this happen, why it occurs, who will not receive anything extra, and how to protect yourself from confusion or financial mistakes. By the end, you'll understand exactly where you stand. Why payment timing can change without warning. One of the biggest sources of confusion for seniors comes from changes in payment timing, not changes in benefit amounts. This distinction is critical. When people see money arrive earlier than expected or very close to another deposit, it can feel like something new or extra has been approved. In most cases, that is not what's happening. Every month, the Social Security Administration and the U.S. Treasury follow strict payment calendars. However, those calendars are affected by weekends, federal holidays, banking closures, and internal processing rules. When a scheduled payment date falls on a non-business day, the system often releases funds earlier to ensure beneficiaries are not delayed. This is where confusion begins. A payment that normally arrives next month may appear a few days early. If another benefit is scheduled shortly after, those two deposits can land back to back. To someone watching their bank account closely, this can look like a double payment, even though it's actually two separate payments meant for two different periods. Online, this timing issue has been exaggerated. Some posts claim that all seniors are guaranteed extra money or that a special bonus has been approved. That information is inaccurate. While some beneficiaries do see deposits close together, many others see no change at all. Understanding this system matters because spending money too quickly can create serious problems later in the month. A deposit that feels like a bonus may actually be next month's money arriving early. In the next section, we'll explain exactly how Social Security and SSDI payment schedules work and why birth dates play such an important role. How Social Security and SSDI payment dates really work. To truly understand why some payments appear closer together, we need to review how Social Security and SSDI payment schedules are structured. These programs do not pay everyone on the same day. Instead, payments are staggered throughout the month based on birth dates, which helps the system operate smoothly. For most retirees and SSDI recipients, payments are issued on Wednesdays. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, your payment is typically sent on the second Wednesday of the month. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, your payment usually arrives on the third Wednesday. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, you are normally paid on the fourth Wednesday. Under normal circumstances, this schedule is predictable. However, when weekends, banking holidays, or Treasury processing adjustments occur near these dates, payments can shift slightly. A deposit may arrive earlier than expected, especially if a scheduled Wednesday falls close to a holiday or non-business day. This is one of the most common reasons seniors report payments arriving early or closer together than usual. It is not a new benefit and not extra money. It is simply the system ensuring payments are not delayed. For seniors who rely on strict monthly budgeting, even a small shift in timing can feel dramatic. That's why understanding your specific payment group is so important. When you know your normal schedule, these changes become less alarming and easier to manage. Next, we'll discuss a special group of beneficiaries who follow a different payment calendar altogether, which often adds another layer of confusion. The pre-1997 group and fixed payment dates. There is a specific group of Social Security recipients who often experience the most confusion when payments arrive close together. These are seniors who began receiving Social Security benefits before 1997. This group follows a fixed payment date rather than the Wednesday birth date schedule. If you fall into this category, your Social Security payment is typically issued on the first day of the month. Because this date does not change from month to month, it can easily interact with weekends, federal holidays, and other benefit programs, creating the appearance of back-to-back deposits. For example, when the first of the month falls on a weekend or holiday, Social Security may release funds earlier than usual. If you also receive SSI, SSDI, or another benefit with a different payment schedule, those deposits may land only days apart. To many seniors, this feels like a double payment, even though each deposit belongs to a separate program or payment period. This group is especially vulnerable to misunderstanding payment timing because the deposits do not follow the same Wednesday structure most beneficiaries are taught. Without clear explanation, it's easy to assume something new has been approved or that extra money is being issued. It's important to pause here and emphasize this point clearly. Early does not mean extra. In most cases, these deposits represent regular monthly benefits arriving sooner due to scheduling rules, not additional funds. In the next section, we will focus on SSI, the program most often involved in true close-together payment situations, and explain why it behaves differently from Social Security and SSDI. Why SSI recipients often see payments close together. When it comes to reports of double payments, Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, is the program most often involved. SSI operates under a different set of rules than Social Security Retirement, or SSDI, and this difference is at the center of much of the confusion. SSI payments are normally issued on the first day of the month. However, when that date falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the payment is typically sent early, sometimes at the end of the previous month. This early release is designed to protect beneficiaries from delays, but it can create the appearance of receiving extra money. For seniors who receive both SSI and Social Security, or SSDI, the situation becomes even more confusing. An SSI payment may arrive early, followed shortly by a Social Security or SSDI deposit based on the Wednesday schedule. When those deposits hit close together, it can feel like a financial boost, even though each payment belongs to a different program or month. In some calendar situations, SSI recipients may even receive two SSI payments within a short time frame, especially when one month's payment is moved early and the next month's payment follows on schedule. This is not a bonus and not additional aid. One of those payments is meant for the following month. This distinction is extremely important. Spending early released SSI funds as if they were extra money can lead to serious budgeting problems later. Many seniors run short at the end of the month simply because they unknowingly spent money that was intended for future expenses. Up next, we'll look at VA benefits, another area where payment timing can overlap and add to the confusion. VA benefits and payment timing overlap. Another group that often experiences confusion during these so-called deposit waves is veterans receiving VA benefits. While VA payments are separate from Social Security, SSI, and SSDI, they follow their own monthly schedule that can sometimes line up very closely with other federal deposits. VA benefits are typically paid once per month, usually at the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, depending on how the calendar falls. When a VA payment date lands near a weekend or holiday, the Department of Veterans Affairs may also release funds early to prevent delays. For veterans who receive both VA benefits and Social Security, or SSI, this timing overlap can make it feel like two payments are hitting at once. In reality, these are two different programs paying on separate schedules, but the calendar causes them to arrive within days of each other. This is especially common during months with holidays, shortened banking weeks, or end-of-month adjustments. Veterans may check their account and see one deposit, followed quickly by another, leading to understandable questions and concern. It's important to be clear here. VA payment timing overlaps do not indicate new benefits, bonuses, or emergency relief programs. They are the result of long-established scheduling systems interacting with real-world calendar changes. Understanding this can help veterans avoid unnecessary stress and prevent budgeting mistakes. When you know which benefits you receive and their normal timing, close together deposits become easier to recognize for what they truly are. In the next section, we'll explain other reasons why payment amounts may look unusual, including withholding, adjustments, and back pay, which can further complicate what seniors see in their bank accounts. Why your payment amount may look different beyond payment timing. Another reason many seniors feel confused is because the amount deposited may not match expectations. When this happens, it's easy to assume something is wrong or that a new program has been applied. In most cases, however, there are routine administrative reasons behind these changes. One common factor is overpayment recovery. If the Social Security Administration determines that a beneficiary was previously paid more than allowed, it may begin withholding a portion of monthly benefits until the balance is repaid. This can cause deposits to appear smaller or inconsistent. Another frequent issue involves Medicare premium adjustments. Changes in Medicare. Part B premiums can increase or decrease the amount deducted from a Social Security payment, directly affecting the net deposit seniors see each month. Some beneficiaries may also receive back pay or delayed adjustments, such as corrected disability determinations or cost of living adjustment updates that were processed late. When these corrections are issued, they may appear as unusual or unexpected deposits. There are also situations where payments are temporarily reduced or held due to identity verification, banking information changes, or technical processing errors. While frustrating, these issues are usually resolved once the required verification is completed. The key message here is simple but important. A different amount does not automatically mean a new benefit or a mistake. Most changes have an explanation within the system. Next, we'll walk through exactly what to do if your payment is missing or delayed, including clear steps to follow so you can get answers without panic. What to do if your payment is missing or delayed. When a payment does not arrive on the expected date, stress can rise quickly, especially for seniors who rely on these funds to cover essential expenses. The most important thing to remember is this: a missing payment does not always mean a problem. The first step is to wait 3 business days, not 3 calendar days. Weekends, federal holidays, and bank processing schedules can all cause temporary delays. Many payments show up shortly after the expected date once processing completes. Next, check your bank account or Direct Express card carefully. Sometimes deposits are listed as pending or processing and do not immediately appear in the available balance. This step alone resolves many concerns. If the payment still has not arrived, contact your bank or card provider first. Banks can confirm whether a deposit is incoming, on hold, or rejected due to account issues. This information is critical before contacting Social Security. Only after the bank confirms that nothing is pending should you reach out to the Social Security Administration. Missing payments can be caused by overpayment recovery, updated banking details, identity verification requests, or simple technical errors. Throughout this process, it's important to stay calm. Panic can lead to rushed decisions or misinformation. You are entitled to your benefits, and with patience and the right steps, clarity usually follows. In the next section, we'll step back and discuss the broader economic reality seniors are facing and why even small timing changes have such a powerful impact right now. Why these payment shifts matter more than ever. To understand why so many seniors are paying close attention to payment timing right now, we have to look at the larger economic reality facing older Americans. On paper, reports may suggest that the economy is strong, but for millions of retirees and disabled individuals, daily life tells a very different story. Inflation continues to stretch fixed incomes thin, grocery prices remain high, rent has increased in many areas, utility bills fluctuate unpredictably, prescription costs, even with Medicare, can still take a serious bite out of a monthly budget. For seniors living check to check, every deposit matters, and so does the exact day it arrives. That is why timing shifts feel so significant. When a payment arrives earlier than expected, it can feel like temporary relief. When payments land close together, it can create a brief sense of stability. But when that money is spent without realizing it belongs to a future month, the stress often returns later. Many seniors have shared that they are forced to make difficult choices, delaying medical care, cutting back on food, or skipping necessary home expenses just to stay afloat. These are not signs of financial mismanagement. They are signs of a system that leaves little room for error. This is why clarity around benefit timing is not just helpful, it is essential. Understanding what is happening allows seniors to plan, protect themselves, and avoid falling into unnecessary financial hardship. In the next section, we'll focus on practical steps seniors can take right now to protect their benefits, stay organized, and reduce confusion moving forward. Step 1. Check and secure your Social Security account. If there is one action every senior should take right now, it is this. Make sure your Social Security account information is accurate and up to date. This single step can prevent many of the payment issues that cause stress and confusion later. Seniors are strongly encouraged to create or log into their My Social Security account through the official Social Security website. Inside this account, you can review your payment history, confirm your current benefit amount, and verify your direct deposit information. This is often where problems begin. Outdated bank accounts, closed cards, or incorrect routing numbers can cause delays or returned payments. When funds bounce back to the Treasury, it can take weeks to resolve. Checking your account regularly helps catch these issues early. Your online account also shows notices about withholding, overpayment recovery, Medicare premium changes, or verification requests. Many seniors are unaware that these notices exist until a payment changes unexpectedly. Seeing them ahead of time provides clarity and peace of mind. If you are uncomfortable using a computer, ask a trusted family member, caregiver, or local Social Security office for help. There is no shame in needing assistance. Protecting your benefits is part of protecting your independence. In the next section, we'll move to Step 2, which focuses on understanding and tracking your exact payment dates, so timing changes never catch you off guard. Step 2. Know your exact payment schedule. One of the most effective ways seniors can reduce confusion and stress is by fully understanding their personal payment schedule. Many problems begin simply because people are unsure when their money is actually supposed to arrive. Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits all follow different calendars. Some payments are based on birth dates, others are fixed to the first of the month, some are adjusted early when weekends or holidays fall near the scheduled date. Without clarity, these systems can feel unpredictable. Take time to identify which benefit programs you receive and write down your normal payment dates. Put them on a calendar, a notebook, or even on the refrigerator. Knowing whether you are paid on a Wednesday, the first of the month, or near the end of the month makes a significant difference. When you understand your schedule, timing changes stop feeling like emergencies. An early deposit becomes easier to recognize as a calendar adjustment, not a surprise or a mistake. This knowledge alone can prevent unnecessary worry and rushed spending. It is also important to remember that closely timed payments often belong to different months. Seeing two deposits close together does not mean you suddenly have more money to spend. It simply means the system shifted when the funds were released. In the next section, we'll cover Step 3, which focuses on keeping your banking and direct deposit information updated, another common cause of payment disruptions. Step 3. Keep your direct deposit information current. Another critical step in protecting your benefits is making sure your direct deposit information is always current. Many payment issues do not come from Social Security errors, but from outdated or incorrect banking details. If you have changed banks, switched accounts, received a new card, or closed an old account, Social Security must be updated immediately. Even a small mismatch, such as an incorrect routing number or an expired Direct Express card, can cause payments to be delayed or returned to the Treasury. When a payment is returned, it does not automatically reappear. It often requires additional verification, manual processing, and extra time. For seniors living on fixed incomes, this delay can be extremely stressful and disruptive. This is why it's so important to review your banking information inside your My Social Security account regularly. Confirm that the account number, routing number, and account type are correct. If anything has changed, update it as soon as possible. If you are unsure how to make updates online, you can call Social Security or visit a local office for assistance. Trusted family members or caregivers can also help. Asking for help is not a weakness. It is a smart way to protect your income. In the next section, we'll move to Step 4, which focuses on additional assistance programs that many seniors qualify for but never apply to even when they are struggling. Step 4. Don't overlook additional support programs. Many seniors struggle quietly, believing that Social Security or SSI is all they are allowed to receive. In reality, there are multiple assistance programs designed specifically to help older Americans, and far too many eligible seniors never apply. Programs like SNAP food assistance, energy and heating support, Medicare savings programs, and state or local senior relief programs exist to reduce monthly expenses. These programs are not handouts. They are part of the safety net that seniors paid into throughout their working lives. One of the biggest barriers is pride or misinformation. Some seniors feel embarrassed to ask for help. Others assume they will not qualify. But income limits, medical expenses, and housing costs are all considered, and eligibility rules change more often than people realize. Taking time to review available programs can make a meaningful difference. Reducing grocery costs, utility bills, or Medicare premiums frees up money for essentials like medication and transportation. Even modest assistance can restore breathing room to a tight budget. Websites such as benefits.gov or local aging services offices can help identify programs available in your area. Community caseworkers and senior advocacy groups are also valuable resources. In the final section, we'll discuss how to protect yourself from financial mistakes and scams, and close with an important message about staying informed, calm, and prepared moving forward. Final thoughts: stay informed, stay calm, stay protected. As we close this series, it's important to bring everything together with one clear message. Payment timing changes are real, but panic is not necessary. The so-called weekend deposit wave is not a guaranteed bonus, not a universal double payment, and not a new relief program for everyone. It is the result of long-standing systems interacting with real-world calendars. What matters most is understanding how those systems work. When you know your benefit type, your payment schedule, and your normal deposit pattern, confusion turns into clarity. Early deposits become easier to recognize, closely timed payments become manageable, and financial mistakes become less likely. One final warning must be shared clearly. Whenever there is confusion around payments, scammers become more active. Remember this: Social Security will never threaten you over the phone. The IRS will never demand immediate payment by gift card or wire transfer. No legitimate agency charges a fee to release your benefits. If something feels wrong, hang up and protect yourself. Just as important, be careful not to spend money early that belongs to a future month. Timing shifts can feel like relief, but they can create hardship later if not handled carefully. Budgeting with awareness is one of the strongest tools seniors have right now. Above all, remember this: you are not alone. Millions of seniors, veterans, disabled Americans, caregivers, and widows are navigating the same financial pressures. Staying informed, staying calm, and staying connected makes a real difference. This community exists to provide clarity, not fear; truth, not rumors; support, not confusion. And as changes happen, whether from Social Security, the Treasury, or Washington, clear explanations will always matter. Take care of yourselves. Stay informed, stay protected, and remember, knowledge is not just power, it is peace of mind.